Morning, howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to another video. It is the 8th of November. It's a Friday, about 19 minutes past 5 a.m. Welcome back to another video. Got my little morning coffee with me. I was sent a poem last night, so I'm quite excited to read this one by a very, very good friend. And I read some of I quickly skimmed over it, and I think the first two or three lines really captured my my curiosity. So I wanted to make a video for it. It's called Instructions for the Journey by Schneider. So look it up, who our good friend Pat Schneider is. She's an American poet, writer, and teacher. She's from Missouri, rural Missouri. She died the 10th, so she was born in 1934, died 10th of August, 2020. Alrighty. Let's read it. Instructions for the journey. The self you leave behind is only a skin you have outgrown. Don't grieve for it. Look to the wet, raw, unfinished self, the one you are becoming. The world too sheds its skin. Politicians, cataclysms, ordinary days. It's going to lose its tenderly unfolding moment. Look for it as if it were the first green blade after a long winter. Listen for it as if it were the first clear tone in a place where the dawn is heralded by bells. And if all that fails, wash your own dishes. Rinse them. Stand in your kitchen at your sink. Let cold water run between your fingers. Feel it. Holy fuck. That's a good way to start your Friday morning. Yeah, it's quite... It sounds very becoming. And I think I always talk about how, or one thing I've learned while reflecting is that change is necessary. And I think a lot of the time, even me, the idea of discomfort worries me. So I will stick to the same patterns that I know will bring me happiness. But I like the way that a good friend Pat was just like, leave yourself. The self you leave behind is only the skin you've outgrown. Don't grieve for it. It's so true. I think even like relationships, I think jobs, I think friendships, I think possessions, worldly possessions. I think moving on or making a change, often you don't really know if the grass is greener, but it's how you perceive that grass as well. You know what I mean? So I think welcoming the new is very difficult. Well, it feels difficult in some instances, and it's just a good reminder that sometimes change is, as I said, necessary. And I like the poem a lot. I'm trying to think of words that really try to fill in exactly how I'm feeling about it. I also like the last bit. It says, and if all else fails, wash your own dishes, rinse them, stand in your own kitchen, at your sink, let the cold water run between your fingers. It just kept saying you're. Always look to yourself as accountable. This is what you've chosen. You know what I mean? If you didn't want to make the change, that's okay. But understand that the position you're in right now, it's all your fault. And I like the idea of the dishes bit and yours or your kitchen, because more or less everything all the mess that is created in the kitchen is because of you. And you're the one that has to clean it up. And it's just reminding you that if you go throughout life and you tolerate or accept certain positions that you're in, and you're not willing to make a change, that's okay, but you have to be accountable for it. You can't go around blaming other people for the position you're in. So it's quite, that's a nice tough pill to swallow, but I like the way that she's described it. It's your kitchen, it's your dishes. Feel the cold water run between your fingers, because you're the one that has to deal with it. So, yeah, great poem. Really, really good poem. I like it. Instructions for the Journey by Pat Schneider. Deuces. I will see you guys tomorrow.